Did a Senate hopeful just call the U.S. Army fat, lazy trash and mock a soldier who was shot multiple times in combat? The political world is reeling, and the veterans are fighting back. Before we dive into this explosive story, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and allows us to bring you the important news you need to know. We're talking about Graham Plattner, a Democratic Senate candidate in Maine, who is now facing a firestorm after deeply offensive posts from his deleted Reddit account resurfaced. Plattner, who is challenging Republican Senator Susan Collins, has made his military background a cornerstone of his campaign. But these unearthed comments reveal a shocking disdain for the Army, its soldiers, and even those who have been wounded in service to our nation. One of the most disturbing posts involves Plattner's reaction to combat footage of U.S. Army veteran Ted Daniels. Daniels, who was shot 4 times by the Taliban in 2012 and later received a Purple Heart, was the subject of Plattner's cruel mockery. Plattner wrote, "Dumb Motherfucker didn't deserve to live. At least his stupidity and fat wheezing are available for all future infantrymen to witness and hold in contempt." He even suggested that poor marksmanship on the Taliban's part is the only reason this mouth-breather made it home. Let that sink in for a moment. Mocking a soldier who risked his life and bore the scars of war. The outrage from the veteran community has been swift and severe. Holland Ricky White, a Vietnam War veteran who served with the famed 173rd Airborne Brigade, expressed his profound offense. White, who has endured significant health issues as a result of his service, including congestive heart failure and PTSD, stated that Plattner's comments are so offensive. He highlighted the personal cost of service, including losing friends, and how such disrespectful remarks are a slap in the face to all who have sacrificed. Steve, a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan who has a significant social media presence, called Plattner's comments especially vile. As a Purple Heart recipient himself, he emphasized that mocking a fellow American who faced enemy fire shows a lack of basic understanding of brotherhood and selfless service. This isn't an isolated incident. Plattner also expressed a broader distaste for the Army in other deleted posts. He wrote, "I spent another 4 in the Army after the Corps, and while I was very lucky to serve in some SHT hot units with good dudes, as a whole the organization is absolute trash. As an organization it's awful. Full of fat, lazy trash who would rather not be in uniform." This general disdain for the men and women who serve is deeply troubling, especially coming from someone seeking to represent them in the Senate. Retired Navy SEAL Bill Brown, who served in Iraq, stated bluntly, "A senator who calls soldiers trash and mocks a man's Purple Heart has shown who he really is." He went on to explain the crucial role of a senator in matters of war, including voting to send troops into combat, confirming generals, and funding equipment. Brown concluded that Plattner's words prove he can't be trusted to do right by those that protect us. Marine Corps veteran Kate Monroe, CEO of VetCom, emphasized that being a veteran does not make someone honorable. Honor is how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you speak about those who served beside you. She added that while Plattner may have earned his uniform, he clearly has not earned respect. Retired Army Staff Sergeant John Rourke, who saw combat in Operation Iraqi Freedom, echoed these sentiments, calling Plattner's mockery a disgrace to the uniform. Even some of Plattner's potential future colleagues in the Senate, who are also veterans, have condemned his remarks. Republican senators like Joni Ernst, Tom Cotton, and Tim Sheehy have all spoken out. Senator Ernst, a combat veteran herself, called the comments absolutely despicable. Senator Cotton, an Army infantry officer with combat tours, labeled Plattner a communist with a Nazi tattoo and questioned if any Democratic veterans would defend him. Senator Sheehy, a retired Navy SEAL, challenged any courageous Democrat vets to defend Plattner's remarks. Notably, none of the Democratic senators who are veterans responded to requests for comment from Fox News Digital. This entire controversy is a significant blow to Plattner's campaign, particularly given his reliance on his military background to appeal to voters. It raises fundamental questions about character, judgment, and respect for the armed forces. What does it say about a candidate who, on one hand, touts his military service, and on the other, expresses such contempt for the institution and its members? Can he truly represent the interests of veterans if he holds such views? The election is still some time away, but this story is far from over, and the fallout from these resurfaced posts could have a lasting impact on his political future and the broader conversation about how we treat our military. So, what do you think about Graham Plattner's comments and the veteran community's reaction? Do these resurfaced posts disqualify him from seeking a seat in the Senate? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The fight for respect and honor for our service members is ongoing. We'll continue to cover this story and bring you the facts. Stay informed, stay engaged.